You've always heard that growing after puberty is not possible. Height is completely genetic. While this is partially true, I'll show you ways to hack height growth beyond genetics and puberty. Now, pay attention. Bones. They need stress applied on them to be reshaped and thus grow. Take a look at the difference in the size of the arms of professional arm wrestler Devon Larrat.
This is 2 years now. 2 years of only training my right hand in homework. I still arm wrestle both, but all my homework is just right hand. That, you see, it's a little bit longer. It wasn't always like that. This is new.
This is due to a scientific process called Wolff's Law. So, it is the 19th century. A German anatomist and surgeon stated that bone in a healthy animal will adapt to the loads under which it is placed. If the load on a particular bone increases, the bone will remodel itself over time to become stronger, to resist that type of load. We can use this to become taller. But first, let's talk about how to optimize our hormones for better general health and for the Wolff's Law to work in your favor. Growth hormone. This is one of the most important hormones for the growth and repair of our body. Take a look at what neurologist Andrew Huberman says about growth hormone's release.
Growth hormone is released every night when you go to sleep, and it's released in the early part of sleep, during so-called slow-wave sleep. So, the two conditions that have to be met in order for growth hormone to be secreted regularly for tissue repair, etc., are you need to get into slow-wave sleep, the so-called deep sleep, and you need blood insulin and glucose to be relatively low.
As we know, growth hormone is released in the first 2 hours of sleeping. To maximize this effect, we must optimize our sleep and blood insulin and glucose levels to be low during sleep. So don't eat 2 hours before going to sleep. Another way to increase growth hormone is to sprint. Warm up, then sprint at top speed for 40 to 60 seconds, then rest for 2 to 3 minutes. Repeat this 2 to 3 times. Real studies show that with sprinting, you can increase the secretion of growth hormone by up to 771%. We also need to increase testosterone and IGF-1, aka insulin-like growth factor 1. It is released in the liver in response to human growth hormone. Ghrelin is a hormone released while fasting, which also increases the secretion of growth hormone. So fasting from time to time is good for growth hormone levels. There are a few ways to increase these hormones. Sunlight. Sunlight is extremely important, and a lot of us don't get enough. It boosts testosterone and is a healthy source of dopamine. This leads us to the most important aspect of peak health: sleep. Getting at least 15 to 30 minutes of sunlight every day optimizes your circadian rhythm, leading to better sleep quality. You must sleep for 8 to 9 hours a day to maximize your results and achieve your fullest potential. Diet. Your diet is instrumental in triggering the secretion of the essential hormones. Get good sources of protein like eggs, fish, red meat, poultry, and dairy. Avoid soy and other estrogenic plant-based proteins. Have an overall diet of natural and nutrient-dense foods. You must be relatively lean. If you are obese, you won't grow tall, so get lean. Now the best part, mechanical stress. A way that certifies growth after puberty is cycling. Buy a stationary cycling machine and adjust the seat height to a place where while you're cycling, your legs are getting stretched. Do this for 10 minutes a day and not at a very fast pace. After you feel comfortable with the height, increase it by 1/4 of an inch. Keep doing this every week and you'll notice promising results in just about 3 to 6 months. But one important aspect is that when you do this, you're creating microfractures in your shin bone, which causes them to grow. So do this cycling habit right before you go to sleep, as standing after doing this applies a gravitational force on the shin, causing it to get thicker, not longer.